Night had fallen over the village of Stonebridge, wrapping the streets in an eerie, absolute silence. Hours passed without a sound, save for the occasional, distant bark of a dog echoing through the dark. The entire village seemed completely dead to the world. Yet, inside the small diner at the village crossroads, a heated, intense debate was far from over. The man driving the conversation was old Montgomery. Despite being nearly 80 years old, Montgomery hadn't lost an ounce of his sharp wit, legendary storytelling abilities, or lively spirit. Sitting beside him on the porch were two local teenagers, Sam and Ben. The two boys hung on his every word, practically forgetting to breathe. That was because tonight, Montgomery wasn't just spinning a typical campfire yarn. He was unveiling a massive, tightly kept secret that had been buried in the history of the village for generations.
Boys, you probably think that distant mountain, Crystal Peak, is just an ordinary mass of rock, don't you? Because you see it every single morning, it has no value to you. But just before my father passed away, he told me a secret. Have you ever noticed that colossal, ancient oak tree right at the mountain summit? Beneath its roots lies a hidden, subterranean tunnel. The legends call it the Golden Passage. They say that on the night of a full moon, when the moonlight hits the entrance at just the right angle, the interior illuminates so brilliantly it resembles the morning sun. A literal golden sanctuary.
Are you talking about actual solid gold? Come on, old man, don't play with us. If a treasure like that was actually up there, wouldn't someone have plundered it by now?
It's no fabrication, young Ben. It's not for a lack of trying. People have gone looking. But those who went with greed in their hearts could never find it. The legend says discovering it requires a pure intention. Deep inside that cavern, there are supposed to be literal mountains of raw gems, flawless pearls, and pure gold.
Oh my God, mountains of gold! If that's true, Sam, we could literally buy this entire village. Think about it, Ben. You could finally finance your own bakery.
Whoa, hold on, Sam. I don't even want a bakery anymore if it means climbing mountains. I've heard rumors of apex predators up there, like grizzly bears. We don't need to risk our lives chasing fairy tales anyway.
Meanwhile, the boys weren't the only ones eavesdropping on this fascinating revelation. Lurking right by the back window of the diner was the most avaricious and wealthy landowner in the village, Mr. Garrison. His ears were practically strained like an elephant's, desperately trying to catch every single detail of this hidden fortune.
A golden passage? Confound it! I've lived in this valley for decades and never suspected a thing. That old eccentric Montgomery kept it to himself all this time. I have to reach the summit before those young punks do. I will claim the entire mountain. I am destined to be the king of this region.
The following morning, long before the sun broke the horizon, Sam bolted upright. He hadn't slept a wink. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw visions of glittering gold. He resolved right then that he would locate the Golden Passage, no matter the cost. He sprinted over to Ben's house and pounded furiously on the front door.
Ben, wake up. We're ascending the mountain today.
Ugh, give it a rest, Sam. Let me sleep. Forget climbing a mountain. I barely have the energy to walk to the kitchen. Plus, it's pitch black outside. Can't we postpone this?
You idiot, if we delay, someone else will claim the prize. Gear up quickly, pack some water rations, and grab a climbing rope. I brought some bread for sustenance. Once we're wealthy, you can lounge around and eat all day without lifting a finger.
Gavin! Peter! Are you fools still asleep? Rouse yourselves. We have a critical operation today. Grab 5 or 6 heavy-duty sacks and fetch the crowbars from the shed.
But Mr. Garrison, are we launching a raid on a diamond mine or something?
Not a mine, you simpleton. A golden cavern. Apparently, there's an immense treasure atop Crystal Peak. We need to intercept Sam and beat him to the summit, so keep quiet and don't breathe a word of this to a soul. Oh man, Mr. Garrison, my chronic knee pain has been acting up lately. Forget your knee pain. Once we secure that gold, we can fly to Europe for elite medical treatment. Now quit complaining and get in the truck.
Sam and Ben began their grueling trek up the mountain slope. The terrain was incredibly unforgiving, choked with thorny thickets and jagged, unstable rocks. Every 5 minutes, Ben would halt, either pleading for a food break or complaining about utter exhaustion.
Sam, let's just abort the mission. Look at my legs. Even the wildlife is mocking us. I'm starving. Can we please eat the bread we brought?
Have some perseverance, Ben. We're almost there. Montgomery said the entrance is right by the massive oak tree at the peak. If we stop to eat now, we'll lose momentum. Besides, I have an unsettling feeling that we're being followed.
Mr. Garrison, I can't take another step. My feet are blistered. Let's just call it a day.
Silence. Once those boys locate the entrance, we are going to ambush them and confiscate the loot. So track them quietly. You lack the grand vision I possess, a literal mountain of unrefined gold.
Suddenly, Ben tripped over a root and plunged face first into a thorny bush, letting out a dramatic scream. Startled by the noise, Mr. Garrison instinctively ducked behind a massive boulder.
Confound it, that idiot's screaming almost gave me a heart attack. Keep advancing but maintain stealth.
Shortly after, disaster struck. An aggressive troop of macaques spotted the food supply in Ben's hand and surrounded him, instinctively realizing it contained an easy meal. A large alpha monkey lunged forward and aggressively snatched Ben's bag.
Hey, that's my rations bag. Give it back, you furry thief. Sam, throw a rock at him.
Don't be reckless, Ben. Never provoke wild primates. It doesn't matter if the food is gone. Our objective is gold. Once we secure the fortune, we can buy an entire franchise of bakeries. Let's move.
The monkeys retreated into the high canopy with their prize. But when they ripped the bag open, they found nothing but dry local flatbread and stale crusts. Insulted by the meager offering, they began pelting the hard bread down into the undergrowth, hitting Mr. Garrison squarely on the head.
Ow, ow! Who is targeting me with projectiles? Peter, scout out the culprit.
Mr. Garrison, those aren't rocks. Look, it's chunks of bread. It seems the local wildlife is offering us charity.
Charity, my foot. Let's evacuate this spot before we're compromised. It seems even nature itself is conspiring against us today.
By late afternoon, after a punishing climb, Sam and Ben finally conquered the summit. A breathtaking panorama awaited them. The entire village looked microscopic from their vantage point, and right where old Montgomery had indicated stood the colossal oak tree. Beneath its massive root system was a small cavernous fissure. Because the sun was dipping low, the golden evening light penetrated directly into the cave, causing the interior walls to shimmer with a brilliant, dazzling gold reflection.
Ben, look. The old man's legend was completely accurate.
Look at that spectacular radiance. The interior is entirely gold. We actually succeeded. Unbelievable, it's real. My exhaustion has completely vanished. We are millionaires, Sam. Honestly, just 2 bricks of that gold will set me up for life.
Hold it right there. Don't take another step. That treasure is now my property. I am the apex investor of this village.
Mr. Garrison, how did you get up here? Have you been tracking our coordinates?
Precisely, boys. I navigated by your trail until you led me straight to the jackpot. You're just kids. You have no business managing this level of wealth. Step aside. Gavin, Peter, deploy the cargo sacks immediately. We are stripping this cavern clean.
Please, Mr. Garrison, just let us retain one small fragment. We swear we won't disclose this to anyone.
Not a single milligram. Vacate the premises.
Mr. Garrison callously shoved Sam and Ben out of the way, grabbed a massive sack, and sprinted into the cave. "My fortune! My beautiful gold!" he shouted, looking completely unhinged. He dropped to his knees and frantically began scooping the glittering material into his bag. Gavin and Peter joined the frenzy, copying their boss. Terrified but curious, Sam and Ben peered into the cave.
Yes, I am officially the wealthiest tycoon on the planet. Feel the weight of these sacks. These are solid gold deposits.
However, just a few moments later, the sun fully dipped below the horizon, ending the golden hour. Instantly, the interior of the cave plunged into pitch darkness. Sam switched on his tactical flashlight. In the sterile white beam, the brilliant golden glitter vanished completely. The materials in Mr. Garrison's hands looked like ordinary, dull, dark rocks.
Mr. Garrison, hold on a second. This isn't precious metal. These are just standard geological chunks. This cavern is just heavily lined with mica. It's nothing but a common, shiny mineral dust. When the angle of sunlight hits it, it reflects and mimics gold. That's the scientific reason they called it the Golden Passage.
Oh man, Mr. Garrison endured a grueling mountain expedition just to haul bags of worthless dirt back down.
What? Dirt? Are you telling me I've been swindled? Old Montgomery completely played me. All this physical exertion and my joints are ruined for absolutely nothing.
For generations, explorers had been deceived by the shimmering mica. Montgomery knew this historical fact all along. He wanted to teach the young men a profound lesson about effort and critical thinking. Unfortunately, Mr. Garrison's unchecked avarice caused him to walk straight into the trap.
Don't let it ruin your day, Mr. Garrison. We didn't gain a fortune, but look at this magnificent ecosystem from up here. Our valley is beautiful. Besides, the freshwater stream originating from this very peak feeds directly into our village farmlands. This natural mountain reservoir is the actual treasure. If we had strip-mined and blasted this ecosystem to pieces out of greed, our entire village's water supply would have been decimated.
You're right, Sam. And honestly, with all this cardio, I feel like I've gotten into great shape. So that's a positive outcome.
I brought this on myself. Out of pure, blind greed, I came up here and wrecked my physical health. I thought I was the ultimate strategist, but it turns out I was the fool. I am never chasing unverified rumors again.
Mr. Garrison, should we still transport these sacks of mineral dust down the trail?
Are you completely devoid of logic? Discard them immediately and assist me down the trail. Someone give me some water.
Sam, Ben, Mr. Garrison, and his crew made the descent empty-handed, but carrying a profound realization. Mr. Garrison finally understood that attempting to exploit and plunder resources out of greed only leads to personal ruin. The very next morning, the entire group paid a visit to Old Montgomery. He was relaxing on his porch, sipping tea with a knowing, warm smile. He already anticipated exactly how their expedition had played out.
Old man, we discovered the reality of the secret. There is no gold standard up there, only deceptive mica rocks. You engineered this whole trick, didn't you?
I confess, my children. I didn't frame the story to deceive you, but to teach you about the value of effort. You climbed the mountain, navigated the terrain, and overcame major obstacles. That resilience is what truly matters. The gold was just soil, but the experience and maturity you gained from that journey is an invaluable asset. You shouldn't blindly accept claims at face value and chase them without evidence. You must investigate, think critically, and verify the truth for yourselves.
Yes, Montgomery, that's a fair point. But a monkey still robbed me of my lunch. You owe me compensation for that trauma. Give me a pastry right now.
Don't just give him a pastry, old man. Pour me a cup of tea, too. I'm the investor who suffered the most collateral damage out of everyone.
So, What is the core takeaway from this adventure? Never be deceived by superficial glare. As the classic literary proverb states, all that glitters is not gold. Some things may look incredibly valuable from a distance, but it is only when you analyze them up close that you realize they have no substance or integrity. Furthermore, greed is a psychological trap. Once you fall into it, escaping is incredibly difficult. Cultivate hard work, dedication, and critical thinking like Sam and Ben, and never let short-sighted greed compromise your integrity like Mr. Garrison.